Top story this morning, the United States is urging countries to reduce or even completely cut ties with North Korea in the wake of its continual provocations. Washington also appears to be actively investigating Chinese companies thought to be doing business with Pyongyang in violation of international sanctions. Kwon Soa has more.
The United States is pressing countries around the world to downgrade or sever their diplomatic and economic relations with North Korea. Speaking at a U.S. Senate committee hearing in Washington on Wednesday, Assistant Secretary of State for East Asian and Pacific Affairs Daniel Russel said U.S. embassies are urging other countries to condemn North Korea's recent nuclear test and take additional actions to pressure the regime. Russel added, as of last Sunday, 75 countries have denounced the test, and several others have cancelled or downgraded planned meetings or visits with North Korean officials. He also said there has been progress in efforts to implement UN Security Council sanctions on the North, including the expulsion of its diplomats from Bangladesh, South Africa, and Myanmar. Speaking at the same hearing, the State Department's Sanctions Policy Coordinator Daniel Freed implied that Washington is continuing its investigation into Chinese entities that may have links to the financing of or provision of materials for Pyongyang's nuclear and missile development. He didn't elaborate on specific probes that may be ongoing. Freed said it would be useful if Chinese banks and firms understood the risks of dealing with North Korea. He also mentioned the U.S. is looking into North Korea's coal trade and the country's state airline Air Koryo, as it has curtailed the carrier's activities and restricted its ability. Earlier this week, Washington put Tandung Hongxiang Industrial Development Company and 4 of its officials on a blacklist for acting against sanctions on North Korea, as it allegedly assisted North Korea's weapons program. It marked the first time the U.S. slapped sanctions on a Chinese company. Kwon Soa, Arirang News.